Welcome to the Smart Marketers Academy, where we help you to build your business smart, get more clients, and make more profits. I'm Davida Yemi-Akanle. I'm the founder and CEO of the Smart Marketers Academy. On today's program, we'll be teaching you how to get your first 5 clients in 30 days. This is our Get More Clients Quick Start program, and I'm glad to have you with me today. Now, the aim of this program is to teach you a step-by-step strategy that will help you get your first 5 clients in 30 days. And this program is suitable for people who are just starting out in business, people who are struggling to get clients, who don't even know which way to go to get their first few clients. So at the end of this program, you will have a step-by-step roadmap that would help you to do just that. Now, what's the problem? Now, most people start a business, they have a business idea, they birth their business, maybe they speak to a business coach, they create their business plan, they get their business cards printed, they get their business registered, they choose a business name, they do all the different things that they need to do. Then yes, it's the day to have a business launch, their doors are open, and they're there very early in the morning, but the sad thing is that no clients turn up. So they've built it believing that clients will turn up, but that isn't always the case. Now, what happens is that most people build a business and no one turns up. And that's the sad reality of most businesses. So people start up with high aspirations, and then immediately their aspirations are deflated. They drop. And that's not a nice place to be. And in such cases, most people want to quit on their business idea. They think it's something to do with the business or maybe to do with them. They keep on looking for, ways to justify what the problem is. And some end up giving up on their businesses right there. As you probably might know, only a few businesses that start out every year ever get past the first 3 years. So people start with the big picture, but then the day-to-day grind of everything leaves them disoriented and leaves them confused. Now, on this program, what we're trying to do here is to give you the knowledge that would help you build, bridge the gap, help you get from where you are to where you need to be. Most of the time, what's happening is that people have an idea and they want to go to a certain place. What they haven't done is they haven't developed the mindset and skills to do just that. So there is a gap, there's something missing. And what we're doing on this program is to help you put some of those things in place so that you can have stepping stones that will take you to your very destination. Now, as you begin to step out in your business, there are certain things that you need to think about. There are certain things that you need to know. So if you're just starting out for the first time, some of these things might be new to you. There's a lot that you need to know. There's a lot that you need to learn, but most people don't have anybody to tell them. So we're here at the Smart Marketers Academy to equip you with all that you need to know to build a successful business. So I'm going to take you through a few of these things that will help you start your business right. So these are 7 things that you need to remember. The first thing that you need to remember as you're stepping out in business is that you need to use what you've got to get what you want. You need to use what you've got to get what you want. Look in your hands. What have you got? You would always have something. It could be information, it could be contacts, it could be skills, it could be anything, but you've got something. So take stock. Take stock of what you have, because that's what you're going to need to use to get the things that you do not have when you're running a business. And that's the way an entrepreneur thinks. Most people start looking and thinking of what they don't have. No, that disempowers you. You need to be empowered, and the way to do it is to acknowledge everything that you have at hand. Now, the second thing I'd like you to remember as you step out is to go for the low-hanging fruit. Now, imagine a big apple tree, a very tall one. You have apples at the very top, some nice red ripe apples at the very top. And at the bottom of the tree, you probably have some apples, but they're not as attractive as the ones at the top of the tree. Now, most people would want to reach out for the one at the top of the tree and take those and pick those. And in order to do that, they probably can't just do it standing on the ground. They might need a ladder, they might need help, they might need some other things to do that. But there's some apples that are there right within their reach, but they tend to ignore those. But when you are starting out in business, one thing you need to do is to go for the low hanging fruit. Now, if you remember that, you will get unstuck. Most people are overlooking what they have right there with them, they're overlooking the things that are there within their reach. You can't afford to do that. If you do that, you will be stuck. Yes, you might want the apples at the top of the tree eventually, but you're not there yet. So start where you are. Go for the low hanging fruits and you'll be fine. Now, in this case, I've just used the apple tree and the fruits, the apples, to represent clients. There might be clients that you're trying to reach out for. Yes, and there might be ideal clients, maybe people who you would love to do business with, or people who you'd love to be your clients, but maybe they're out of your reach. But there would be people who are within your reach, and those are the people you need to start with. So the third thing you want to also do is to follow the shortest path to the money. Now, when you're starting out, people start out in different situations. Some people might still be in a job, so they're working their job full time and they're wanting to start their business on a part-time basis. Well, it's good to stay in a job while you're starting a business, because you do need money to get the business off the ground. So obviously, if you're in a job, you've got money coming in and you're not under financial pressure. So if you have a job, stick to it. Now, if you're out of a job and if you're starting a business because you're out of a job, what you want to think about in your situation is how can I make money quickly? So what you need to do is to find the shortest path to the money. You need to follow the shortest path to the money, and by that I mean, you don't have to have an elaborate website, that would take 6 months to build, and you don't have to have everything in place before you start making money. Think of what you can sell and think of an audience that you can sell it to. Think of, if you don't have an audience, for instance, you don't have a mailing list, think about someone who does. Find someone who does, and you might be able to sell your product or your service to their mailing list. So there are other ways to do things. You can be creative. There's not only one way. So just get creative, be open-minded, and get yourself going. Follow the shortest path to the money. Now, the fourth thing that you need to remember when you're starting to step out is to use a step-by-step system. Now, this can eradicate the overwhelm that comes with starting out in a new business. You can take away the overwhelm when you have steps to follow. A simple thing like a to-do list on a daily basis will help you eliminate that problem. But when you're looking for a client, when you're trying to search for clients, having a step-by-step system like the one that we're giving you on this course helps you put things in context and helps you simplify the complicated. Life can be complicated, and building a business can be complicated. So the step-by-step system that we provide you with helps you get to where you need to be. It gives you a roadmap, so you have clarity in your mind. To succeed in anything or to get anywhere fast, you need clarity to start off with. So yes, use a step-by-step system and you'll eventually get to where you need to be. Now, the fifth thing that you need to remember as you begin to step out with your business is to implement and implement quickly. Now, most people are not implementers. Most people are readers or listeners. They would gather a lot of information, they will attend a lot of events, but then they never get down to implementing. You know, the truth about the matter is only the implementers win. Only the implementers cross over to the other side. You know, most of the time you're looking at people and they're on the other side. How did they get there? How did they become the suppliers? How did they become the ones who are selling the products? You know, they are the implementers. They are the doers. So choose to be an implementer, and whatever you learn, make sure that you make the point of implementing quite quickly. Be assertive. This is a big one when you're starting out. This is a big one when you're running a business, because you need to talk to people. And most people are introverted. They don't like talking to people, or they don't even like asking for things. But in business, you have to get to a point. You have to ask. You would have to ask people for things. You will have to ask people for help. You'd have to ask people for questions. You'd have to ask people questions. For instance, if you're going to do a survey on your target market, if you're going to find out what they want, you're going to have to ask them. And if you're going to ask people for help in, for instance, if you need clients, you're going to have to ask people if they know of anyone who would need to use your service. So you need to be assertive. I don't mean aggressive, but when you're helping people and if you're there to help people achieve their goals, or if you're there to move them towards their goals, you'll be assertive. You'll be you'll be confident, because you're not thinking of being self-serving. So when you think of people in terms of giving them a benefit, and if you think of your relationships as mutually beneficial relationships, that means, well, it's a relationship where the people that you're in contact with will benefit and you will also benefit. You can be confident in approaching them because you're passing on benefits, and you can be assertive when you're thinking like that. So the seventh thing that you need to remember as you step out is not to give up on your dreams. Yes, do not give up on your dreams. Yes, things will get difficult and there will be obstacles in the way. And as soon as you solve one problem, another one comes looming up in your way. Now, the good thing about an obstacle is that it can be broken down. Now, have you ever heard the saying that, has anybody ever asked you how to eat? How do you eat an elephant? Now, if you try to eat a whole elephant in one seat, in a seating, in one sitting, you would find that you'd struggle with it. You would imagine having your knife and fork and you're there trying to eat a whole elephant at one go. Is that possible? It's impossible. But if you decide to eat the elephant one bite at a time, yes, you will achieve your goal. So yes, business can be difficult, and sometimes you can get stuck, but everything that is complex can be broken down into simpler forms. So break things down into simpler forms and you'll get unstuck. So you don't have to give up on your dreams. Most of the time you might see dark clouds. Look up in the sky, there will be dark clouds there. Then very soon, maybe there's some a wind, and the wind blows and it blows those clouds away and the sun comes shining through. But did the sun just appear? No, the sun was always there. So I'd say to you that the solutions to your problems, your business and your idea and everything that you want is there. It's just a matter of time. These things will eventually manifest. Now, I'll just want to quickly go into marketing. The bit I've just gone over is the mindset. I don't know if you've ever heard of this saying that 80% of the challenges or the obstacles that are in our way when we're doing anything are internal. That means have to do with the way we're thinking. So we think, oh no, it's things on the outside stopping us, but not true. The things stopping us are on the inside. It most of the time has to do with the way we are thinking, the way we're viewing life, the way we're viewing people. We erect the obstacles in our minds. So a lot of those 7 things that I've just mentioned all have to do with things that, a lot of them have to do with things that have to do with the way you think. When you're coming into business, you need to start thinking differently. You've been trained as a professional in your area of expertise for 7 years or for more years. Maybe you've gone for a university degree, or you spent several years studying to gain the qualifications that you've got, or the expertise that you've got. Then you come into business and expect not to learn or have to gain a mindset for doing that. Well, that's where a lot of people are wrong. So basically, yes, there's a lot of there are a lot of things that you'd need to learn concerning how to think differently in order to build a successful business. Now let's go into marketing in more detail. What we've spoken about is to do with the marketing mindset, but let's look at marketing, what people generally would consider marketing to be. Now, marketing is about creating awareness. It's about creating awareness. And what you're doing is, let's assume you live in a new town, nobody knows you. So you're creating awareness that I'm here, I've arrived. So you're now maybe leafleting every house, or knocking on every door, announcing your arrival. Yes, so marketing is about creating awareness. Most people do not know that you exist, or even if they know you exist, they don't know that the services that you provide or the products that you provide exist. So your job is to create awareness. Now imagine just arriving in a town and nobody knows you. So let's say, in terms of awareness, on a scale of 1 to 10, let's say 0, you're ranking on a 0 level because no one knows you. So what you need to decide somewhere along the line is that, well, at the moment, on the scale of 1 to 10, I'm a 0. I want to be a 9 or a 10. So if that's your goal, then you decide to saturate the town with an awareness and knowledge of you. And I call that marketing saturation. So you decide on you measure your marketing saturation level, then decide on how saturated you want the town to be with the knowledge and awareness of what you do by the end of maybe a campaign that you actually implement. So all you have to do is to get the word out. Marketing is about getting the word out. The more you've got the word out, the more you will be the supplier that they think about when they need what you provide. They know about you, and if somebody else asks them for what you do, they would be quick to refer them to you. So where do you start? You need to start with friends, family, and colleagues. Now, I did a bit of research on this because I looked at my businesses, the various businesses I've had, and I tried to work out, okay, when I was starting out, where did I get my first few clients from? Then I realized there were friends, family, or colleagues. Then I asked my brother, who's also in business, and I asked him, I said, where did you get your first few clients from? And he said, well, friends, family, and colleagues. A lot of people who know him as a professional refer clients to him, to his private practice. Now, I didn't stop there. I also did more research. I dug deeper, and I went out to look for other experts who were out there, and I did some research to find out how they found their first few clients. And guess what the answer was? Friends, family, colleagues. So where do you start when you're looking for your first few clients? You've got to start where you are. Remember, I did mention that you need to look at what you have. Now, if you look at what you have, you realize that what you have is where you are. So you start where you are. Now, you start with your current circle of influence. Everybody has a circle of influence. Your circle of influence may be small, it could be large, it could be medium, but you have a circle of influence. You can start there. Now, this is your world. Your circle of influence is your world. You can eventually grow it, but at the moment you haven't grown it. It does take time to grow your circle of influence. So you use what you have, and eventually you will get what you want. You use what you have to get what you want. Now, if you look at this particular diagram on my screen, you can see that your world is that little round circle at the at the very bottom. And the world, maybe the world that you want, or what you want to be your world, is maybe the outer circle. Now, it might take time to get there, but if you start trying to reach out to the outer circle without just reaching out to where you the people where you are, you might struggle and you might not even achieve anything. You might spend so much money trying to reach them and not achieve anything. So why not be wise and concentrate your efforts on that little small spot where you are right now, and saturate that particular circle with a knowledge of your product and service, and begin to get the word out and begin to get things working for you. So basically, what we are going to take you through as you go through this marketing challenge, where you are out to get your first 5 clients in 30 days, is to work with you to set up a warm market referral system. So you'll be setting up your own warm market referral network. Basically, all this is about is strategically asking for referrals. Now, remember the key word, strategically. Now, you can do this in a haphazard way, you won't get the results that you're trying to get. But if you do it strategically, as we set it out in this program, you'll get everything. You'll be able to do everything. You'll get the results that you're looking for, and you'll get it even quicker than you anticipated. Okay, so basically, this strategy is about asking your warm market for referrals. So you're asking the questions: referrals, please. Referrals, please. So what we're going to do now is we're going to set your goal. You start by setting your goal, and well, this is already done for us, because on this program we are setting our goal for 5 clients in 30 days. Now, other people have been on this program and they've done much more in 30 days. And some people have gone on this program and they have booked themselves solid within the first 3 days of the program. They had booked themselves for the next let's say 6-7 months. So it's a program that works if you will work it. So I'm saying, for the sake of this program, let's set 5 clients in 30 days. And the number of clients will depend on the type of business you have. Some businesses are easier to sell. Some products and services are easier to sell than others. Now, it's a 5-step process. The first step is to prepare your foundation. There's certain foundational things that you need to have in place. You have to have the right things in place before you set out. Then the second thing we're going to be doing is to build your warm market list. Your warm market list will consist of people in your circle of influence. Then once that's done, we'll prepare your campaign. You're going to be sending the message out, so we'll prepare your communication at this point. Now, the next thing is to execute your campaign. We've prepared your communication for this marketing campaign. Then we need to send the communication out. Then once the information has gone out, we have to follow up. As you probably have heard, or as you probably might have heard, the fortune is in the follow up. All this wouldn't work unless you do everything in each step the right way. So we've come to the end of the introductory part of this program. I look forward to seeing you on the first module. Now, if you want more programs that would help you, if you want to learn more about how to get more clients for your business, visit us at www.thesmartmarketersacademy.com. I look forward to seeing you.